So I am continuing with this short Bitcoin play, and one of the methods I'm using for doing it is IBIT, which is a Bitcoin ETF. Currently trading at 61.50. Today it's down a small amount of money, about 35 cents and change, 30 cents ish. I don't need to go over a chart of this. It's rallied a little bit recently. Bitcoin itself, underlying for this, so to speak, is at $108,000, and for the day it's up 280-ish bucks, 281, 282 bucks. Anyway, I have several things on in Bitcoin. Some of these are IBIT. Some of these I started a few days ago. You notice here, and here. This is part of a risk reversal. So I started selling calls. The tenor on these is July 18th. So it's the July 18th expiration. And I sold 65, 67, and the 70 strike. And I started to buy puts down below. Let me clear those and highlight the puts that I bought. The same tenor, same expiration, July 18th. Bought 54, 52, 47. And then earlier today, I decided to go out to August, and I bought a put vertical for, what is this, 43 cents. 43 cents on these, and I bought 10 of them. Note that the tenor on these is August 15th expiration. So I have 64 days till expiration, and this is a 5-wide spread. So if we look at a risk graph of this, and let me filter for the spread I'm just talking about. So this is a 10-wide or a 5-wide spread, and I have 10 of them on. I bought 10 of the 50s. These are puts, and I sold 10 of the 45s. So at expiration, mind you, these are worth $4,570, and that's simply the difference of the spread width is 5. So if one of these expires in the money or fully in the money, that would be worth $500. I have 10 of them on, so that'd be worth $5,000 minus my outlay, my expenditure of $430 for this package. Should I get a big favorable move in IBIT, so should these go down, I have several things in mind, depending on the magnitude of the move. I might simply just add on to these. I'd like to have more. 10 is a start, so somewhere between 50 and 100 of these would be nice. Obviously, the potential P&L will expand commensurately with and proportionally to the size that I have on. But right now, getting started, I have 10 of these. But when I have more of these on, there are a number of ways that I could finagle these to recoup whatever outlay. Let's just use this 10 lot for now as an example. So let's say that IBIT, let me simulate the passage of, or let me simulate a movement to the downside. So let's say that IBIT goes down $10, and hypothetically this is going to happen, let's say instantly. So if it moved down $10 and I wanted to morph this into a condor, let's see, right now this is trading for 8 cents, so it's nothing, it's worthless right now. But on a $10 move, it would be the equivalent of 40 cents, which is basically one way to mimic the simulation of the move that I'm talking about. A $10 move is that 40-35 spread, ceteris paribus, all else being equal, would suddenly be worth 40 cents. And remember that I paid 43 for these. So let's just say, for example's sake, let's say I'm able to sell this spread for, let's say, 50 cents, okay? So if I sell this for 50 cents, note that at that point, let's take a look what the position would look like. I would have to do 10 of these. Okay, so now I would have what looks like this. So outside of this profit tent, which is basically 10 wide, by 10 wide I mean the 35 put to the, 15 wide to the 50 put, I have this huge profit tent, and the apex up here is between 45 and 40. And right there, note that profit on these would be $5,070. And anywhere outside of prices bounded by 35 and 50, I would make a little bit of money. But the point about the outside the boundaries being 35 and 50, is this trade no longer loses money. Now, this is not something that I necessarily want to do. However, if I had a huge move, and again, this is hypothetical, out of nowhere, I could immediately recoup the expenditure of the trade, the cost of entry. So I would get all of that back. I would leave myself a huge profit tent here where I can make a little more than $5,000 on this 10 lot. Let's say I got filled on. Okay, so I just bought another 10 of these. So let's say that I have on 50 of these. So something I could do is I could do something like this with half of them. And depending upon the prices, I could recoup my costs, leave myself a nice little something for the trouble of being in the trade, and maintain a wide tent where I'm still making a nice little profit. So all of that is possible. I don't know. It really depends on a number of factors, those being price movement, and it might not move at all. And this could obviously could continue to rise. I mean, it could go to 70, and then I have to think about how I want to handle the trade, and that would be a totally different management tactic that I would use. But something like that might happen. Let's see. So now I have 20 of these. I was working an order for them, and I just bought another 10 lot. Let's take a look at this. So I paid 40 on this. So the original 10 lot was 50.45. Still same strikes. August 15th expiration. I bought 10. I paid 43, and then I just got filled on another order. I bought 10 more. I have 40. I paid 40, so now I have a total of 20 of these spreads, and I do want to work it up to, let's see if I can get to 100. That would be a nice number. But for the time being, I have, let me erase this. For the time being, I have 20 of them on, and the position is the following. So I have 20 put spreads, the 50.45s. I paid roughly 41.5 because on one of them, 110 lot I paid 43, and the other I paid 40. So the package is at 41.5 minus commission. So for the time being, in this the current structure, should IBIT head below 45 and it end up here at expiration, and for these, it would be August the 15th, then the trade would be worth a little more than $9,000. I'm not claiming it's going to do that, because anyone who tells you that they know where prices are going in the future, they're talking out their butts, because nobody can predict the future. However, you can make bets on what you think is possible. And anyway, for the time being, I have 20 of these on, and I'm building up the position. And as I mentioned earlier, I have other things in addition to this 50.45 spread at the August 15th tenor. I have, several positions expiring next month, 36 days away. So we'll see how this continues, and also GameStop is where this clown stock. All right, so note this has continued to go down today. This is now at 21.62, down almost $7 for the day. They spent, what was it, 570 million, I believe, buying Bitcoin. So people who own GameStop and funds who are involved in GameStop are getting wrecked, and it might only be the beginning. All right, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys next time.